Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from I Love Puppets here on I Love Puppets. Yes, at this ungodly hour of the morning, with our ever faithful human, Zach of the Clones. And why else would we be here with Bad Batch Zach? If anything, it's to discuss the Bad Batch. Yes, a new episode has just released today on Disney Plus, and we just got finished with it a little while ago.
Yes.
And I'm ready to dive in, man. This episode is how to explain. This isn't a bad episode. I don't know if it's a bad batch episode.
It's certainly interesting. It almost, I thought we were going to have a batchless episode.
Yes.
It was very, very interesting. I didn't hate it, but yeah, it was interesting. That's the best word I can think of to describe it. I think it's a good setup episode. I think it's going to lead to something really cool probably next week. But yeah, you want to just dive right in, or?
I am ready to just dive right in. Yeah. So
nice, beautiful form. 10 out of 10. Gold medal.
Thank you. But getting right to it, I guess we should explain. We start off on RYLOTH, and if you don't know what RYLOTH is, it is the planet of the Twi'leks.
Yes, the Twi'lek home planet. If you saw Clone Wars back in the day, they had a pretty big story arc on RYLOTH. It was really, really cool because when you open up, it's that big city that has that laser bridge going across it. I was like, oh yeah, this is that planet. So really, really cool.
Yes, and as always, Twi'leks are a pleasure to see. They're one of my favorite alien species, and all of just science fiction. Even though I don't really count this as sci-fi per se, it's more science fantasy.
That's exactly how I would describe it. It's more sci-fantasy. Yeah, they are a very cool species. Probably one of my favorite ones in Star Wars, I would say.
That's nice. It's always nice to find something in common with friends. But getting straight to it, we are pretty much introduced to Senator Todd. He is this very fat, ugly Twi'lek. He's not a pleasure to see.
No, you've probably seen him too in the movies. You just didn't know his name, but you have seen appearances of him in the movies. But yeah, his name is Senator Todd. Big old fat hut-looking Twi'lek.
Yeah. He's in an active competition with Jabba the Hutt, don't you know?
He is. He's training to overthrow him as the hot dog eating champion of Star Wars.
Well,
true story.
Well, I don't know if it's overthrow him or try to eat him. At the size that he's growing, you really can't tell. But he is trying to calm things down. Why? Because the Empire is trying to take over, as we know. They're
How
trying
about
to.
That? It's like we saw that in the last episode, or throughout the whole season. The Empire is trying to take over these different planets.
That's right, and so they're trying to make a peaceful transition. I'm sorry, I got thrown off. We actually have a person up at this ungodly hour. Bianca Zombie, hello.
Bianca, what's up?
Dude, where is his puppet? Oh, Zach does not have puppets. He doesn't. But
I was a puppet. I'm like Pinocchio, but I am at the real boy stage. So I was born a puppet, but then I transitioned to being a human.
Wait, were you a puppet or a dummy?
Oh, wow. Jeez, did Froggy write that down?
No, it's not to be rude. It's not to be rude. They are very different. Were you made out of wood or felt?
Oh, it was wood. It was wood. Is wood a dummy? Because you can have wood puppets. Wood puppets are marionettes.
Well, that's a different kind of puppetry.
Okay. I was this kind of puppet. The one that would just hang with the strings.
That's marionette, yeah. But they all involved hands. But anyway, getting back to the point, yes, Zach is he's a clone. He has mini Zachs, and that makes up for the lack of, puppet.
There's about, we just got a fresh batch of Zachs that just came out the oven Froggy will probably kill one of them in the next week. He'll probably present a hand as evidence and proof. But no, we've got a Marvel Zach. There's a DC Zach. There's all kinds of different Zachs. I'm the Star Wars one, the best one.
Yes, my personal favorite. Don't tell the others.
All the others are sleeping. So.
Yes, but we have to get back to it. We
Yes.
have to get back to it. As we were explaining, Planet RYLOTH. We are reintroduced to a character named Chem Syndulla. If, like Zach said, if you watch Clone Wars, Chem Syndulla is somebody we know well.
Yeah.
And he is trying to fight for peace now, rather than fight a war. Because their people have been fighting for a long, long time. And so he knows that the people long for peace. And that's what he's hoping to give. And so he introduces us to a new clone named Hauser, who apparently has fought along his side during these clone wars. And now it's the time to just turn the weapons over and hopefully reach a peaceful new age. At least that's what they're selling.
That's what the Empire wants you to think.
That is exactly what the Empire wants you to think.
Mm-hmm.
Less so the Emperor. He's just chilling right now.
He's chilling. He's in his nice little suite on Coruscant. Yeah, he is.
With those red robes.
The red robes, the bodyguards. Yeah. So
he's styling right now.
He is. He's just kicking back. He's like, good. My plan has succeeded.
Excellent, yes.
Excellent.
I don't care about these clones. I'm going to make everybody else handle it.
That's why Crosshair was the one to defect, because he's the one that matches him most in accent.
Ah, yes. It all makes sense now. But getting back to it, this episode really just struggles with the Syndullas because we are introduced to his wife and reintroduced to a younger version of Hera Syndulla, which we know quite well from the Rebel series. Yeah. She's not a pilot yet, but she wants to be, and we can see it, and we know it's there in her future. So that's nice. She is somewhat led astray.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. The sudden disappearance alarmed me.
Sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. Oh my goodness, he's not really on a starship. No.
You have messed things up, Zach. You were my favorite. You were the chosen one.
You underestimated my power.
Oh no. We are quickly losing control of this stream. But you know what? I'm going to go back into the comments right here. You know what?
Yeah, we've got some
people are enjoying this.
Yeah.
We have a Mortal Kombat 30 right here saying, "Does Puppetine sleep? I'm a puppet." Does it look like I blink? My eyes don't close. How can I sleep? Unless I'm asleep right now.
Unless you're like a horse. Don't they sleep with their eyes open?
I don't know. I've never talked to him.
Oh. Might want to ask.
Speak horse?
No, I don't speak horse.
Loki does.
I eat like one, but I don't speak them. No, Loki does other things with horses, but we can't talk about that here.
We can't talk about those things.
No, we can't.
We might get in trouble.
No, we're a very family-friendly channel, or we try to be.
A less evil ginger cat is in the house. Oh, no, he's in the chat. It says right here. I guess I am the 17th favorite scratching post and one of the multiple Zachs. That's you.
I read that really quickly and thought that I was the 17th favorite Zach. And I was like, wow. Well, I'm this Puppetine's first favorite, but evil Ginger Cat's 17th.
Oh no. Oh no. No, I don't think that's not what Ginger Cat here means. Nick Garcia Jr. Do you think the next episode picks up from the end of this episode? You know what I do, but we need to get to this episode, so I think I will be really quick in describing what happens.
Yeah, sure.
So the Batch is involved. Why? Because Hera is somewhat led astray by her uncle. What's his name?
Is it Glee? I think it's
Glebe.
Glebe.
Like that?
Yeah, I think something. Yeah. He's
Uncle Glebe.
He's uncle, but I think it's more like I don't think he's related. Maybe he is. I don't know.
Okay. That makes some more sense to me.
Just like how you call a close friend to your dad's an uncle or something. I think that's how it works. So
I understand. It's like Uncle Howdy Doody for me.
There you go.
But getting to the point, he is involved in getting some weapons shipped in, even though they've turned them all over to the Empire, because he does not trust the Empire, understandably. But
smart guy.
This is against Chim's wishes, because Chim wants peace for RYLOTH, because the people want peace for RYLOTH. This leads to them meeting up with the Bad Batch. They are delivering the weapons.
Right. They're running a job for Sid.
Yep. And that's all we know. This is all we get of them in this entire episode.
Yeah.
We get a nice moment between Hera and Omega. And flying is a feeling. Even though she's flown like once. But that's besides the point. He knows exactly what it is.
This is pretty much a Hera Syndulla origin story, which, if you like the character Hera from Rebels,
which I do.
Which I really do too. She's one of my favorites from Rebels. And you also get to see Chopper, which is always fun. Chopper, who is, by the way, the most deadly droid in all of Star Wars.
Yes.
He's killed more people than the Emperor, I think. But so it is fun to see them. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot of Bad Batch. I think actually Crosshair might get more screen time than the Bad Batch in this episode.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Because Crosshair's always lurking in the shadows, but he's keeping contact.
He is. He's
getting those shots in.
He is getting those shots. That's exactly what he's doing. In this one, he's kind of playing like the role of specialized bodyguard, kind of, to the Imperial Ambassador Rampart, who is kind of coordinating with the Syndullas. It's like, we're going to put this refinery here. It's going to be great for your planet, and your people are going to have jobs. It's not going to be a military installation.
As my favorite admiral says, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. They go in a turret, and Hera's mom, Mrs. Syndulla, is looking around. It's like, there's laser turrets, there's troopers. She's like, this looks like a military installation. And so that's when they start to say something smells fishy.
Yep.
Something's rotten.
So absolutely, Mrs. Syndulla absolutely understands why. I guess not her brother, but her husband's right-hand man is, concerned. And so is keeping in with the operation, knows exactly what's going on. And when they get back, who shoots him down but dun-dun, Crosshair. An excellent shot.
If I do follow orders.
Yes. Good soldiers follow orders. Indeed.
It's so creepy.
It's a good tone. I am glad he saved it for this character.
Yeah, it works really well with this character. But yeah, Crosshair, he shoots. What happens is Glebe and Hera, they're coming back from having picked up the smuggled weapons in their ship, and Crosshair shoots them down. And they're captured by the Empire. And, Senator Todd's there, and he wants to charge all of them, including Hera, young Hera, with
saying
with
it's
treason.
Enough to arrest Chim for, because
Right.
he's clearly involved.
Right. If his daughter's involved, well, surely he's involved. So they cart them off. They're getting ready to, have them charged without a trial for treason. And Chem gets word of this, and they go and ambush this. It's one of those giant clone juggernaut tanks, which are really, really cool. And they ambush the convoy, and they get in. They're able to free Hera and Glebe, and it's really, really cool. There's this really neat moment towards the end where Chem has a blaster because Taz like, oh, you're gonna pay for this. You're a traitor, and he's like, oh, you threatened my daughter. You're gonna, and he like points a blaster at him.
Hey. Wait.
Hey.
You
am I getting ahead?
mention the fact that he says about how Senator Todd has been a terrible senator to the Twi'leks.
How he's gotten wealthy and literally fat, putting his interest ahead of RYLOTH. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I did forget about that. And he's got a blaster point. Cham has a blaster pointed at him, and you can tell like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna pull the trigger, but he doesn't. His wife is like, chill out. He'll get his in the end. I don't know if she realized how soon that end was going to be, because Crosshair is waiting in the shadows with the sniper.
Gets the nod,
does the headshot, knocks out Senator Ta. He's dead. He's gone. Sorry, Ta. And
no, sorry. I'm glad he's dead.
No, sorry. But now they, Rampart and his goons, they're gonna, they say, oh, he did it. It was Chem shot, because he had the blaster pointed at him. They're like, oh, get him. Arrest him for treason. Arrest him for killing Senator Ta. So now Chem and his wife and Glebe, they're all arrested. Hera gets away in a speeder that Chopper was driving.
Oh, yeah.
Chopper saving the day again. And that's the last shot, actually, that we see is Hera and Chopper speeding off in a speeder.
Yep.
So I think it's safe to say, though, we actually have an episode where we know where it's going. You can count that on one hand with this season.
Yeah, I think I would only have to count it on one hand. The other hand I have here is just, no, there's nothing here.
There's nothing there.
Nothing count on. I just need the one hand to know where we're going. I think it's actually 3. But I can't move my fingers, so there's no point in trying. But anyway, getting back to it, that is where it ends, and it's not a bad episode. In no way is this a bad episode.
Not at all.
It's really enjoyable. It's a BATCHLESS episode.
It is. It's pretty much BATCHLESS. It's a lot of world building, I feel like, or a lot of getting the tone of what's going on with the Rise of the Emperor, which is great, but it's not something, at least not this far into the season, you wouldn't expect it. I would expect something like this to maybe be earlier.
Yeah.
But we have been getting those kinds of setups with various other episodes where it shows planets under Imperial control and stuff. But this one, yeah, it's very much a BATCHLESS episode. I think Hunter says like 2 things, and Omega's got a little bit of dialogue with young Hera. So it's interesting. It's not bad at all, but it's like those Clone Wars episodes where there's no clones, and it's like the Clone Wars episodes that's just about R2-D2 and C-3PO. It's not bad, but
in the what's his name? Clancy something. Clancy, not Brown, right? The one who did the little guy, the little
guy with the droids.
Yeah,
general.
That one.
That actually did end up being. It was weird at first, but that did end up being a good story arc. But yeah, it's like that. It's very unique.
But I think that's about it for this episode. But it's a really good episode for what it is. I'm just a little disappointed because we only have, I believe, 5 episodes left.
5 left.
That's 5 episodes left. And where's this season going? This isn't like Clone Wars where we have, okay, here's an arc, here's an arc, here's an arc.
Right.
This is one story. Even though they have little side things here and there, this is one story. Where's this story going?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I was telling you backstage, I would say if we were closer, like if this was episode 13 or 14, this could be a story kind of as a big finale type deal. But I mean, we still got 5 episodes to go, so I don't know if they're gonna, wrap this up in the next episode or if it'll stretch on and carry over into a finale. No way of
Well,
knowing.
we'll have to wait and see.
We'll
It
have
hasn't
to.
been confirmed for a second season yet,
Not
so
yet. Oh, okay.
we don't know.
I would hope so. I mean, it is still Dave Filoni, so it is still
Yes.
a better Star Wars story than, God forbid, any of like the books that they're putting out or anything.
This is actually double the Dave.
It is?
Yeah.
It is.
Because Chopper's in the episode, and Chopper is voiced by who? Sounding like Blue's Clues over there. Dave Filoni. Yes, indeed.
It is Dave Filoni as Chopper.
I want to go ahead and get back into these comments real fast because there's a lot of chattering in there.
There's a lot of Chopper chatter.
MK says Gandalf sleeps with his eyes open. He did protect him. Yes, so that's fair. But I'm not a wizard. I'm a puppet.
Lord of the Rings, Zach would have a whole rabbit hole he would go down, but he's sleeping right now, probably with his eyes open.
Probably with his eyes open. Does he have a beard?
Lord of the Rings, Zach, yes, he's got some more scruff. His hair's kind of grown out. He needs to wash it. He also walks around barefoot all the time.
That's disgusting.
It's not ideal.
Puts his socks on.
It's not ideal, but
no,
is what it is.
What does the wife think about that?
She doesn't really have. It's just a thing. She just accepts it.
She accepts the Lord of the Rings act. He's just there.
I mean, to be fair, there's like a dozen of us, so it's kind of like by the time we got to Lord of the Rings act, she's like, you know what? It's okay. It's all good.
Okay. Mortal Kombat also says
he's talking about Froggy.
Listen. Senator Todd deserved to die, but the way he died, it's not sorry for Todd. It's sorry for Chem, who's being accused of his.
Right. It's unfortunate that Chem is being accused, but yeah, no, you're right. And Star Wars characters, he's one of the ones that does deserve to get the laser blast.
MK is saying, will you guys review the Darth Vader / Obi-Wan show? It would be a disservice if we did not review Obi-Wan.
We'll have to open up with the hello there.
General Kenobi. Yeah.
That's
going to get old fast.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nick Garcia Jr. says, I don't recall any jokes from the episode. How about y'all? It was a pretty serious episode. It really was.
Yeah, I think Chopper was pretty much the only part that was like lighthearted of the episode, really. Yeah, not a lot of jokes this time around, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think, there are good Star Wars stories you can tell without a whole lot of humor. But no, it was pretty serious for a cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the best humor is usually unintentional, like
that stormtrooper that hits his...
see, it's a meme.
I was gonna say like that stormtrooper that hits his head on the door in A New Hope. Like that scene gets me every time.
It really is funny. I was about to say something, but I got interrupted by my own laugh. We have a Tillium saying, "What did Tillium miss?" Well, an episode of the Bad Batch, I guess.
An episode of the Bad Batch minus the Bad Batch.
So you didn't miss the Bad Batch at all.
You really didn't miss the Bad Batch at all. You got a Hera Syndulla origin story, which kind of makes sense. She is a Dave Filoni created character, so it does make sense that he would want to put her in here because he did the same thing with Mandalorian with Ahsoka. He takes these fan favorite characters and puts them in his other shows, which I like.
Well, he's very loyal to his own creations.
He is.
And it's something to admire.
It is, and the way he treats them is really good.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go, sidetrack here. When George Lucas apparently, whenever he was first finishing up the original trilogy and the books were coming out, he said apparently that the only person who could kill off Luke Skywalker, really kill him off, was him. That was, of course, before the mouse got it. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. I had to mention it. But it's loyalty to creations that it really matters. These creators, if they don't care about what they've made, there's no heart.
Yeah.
And if there's no heart in Star Wars, is it really Star Wars?
Yeah, and comic book Zach talks about this a lot, where you see a lot of characters nowadays that maybe some of the more modern writers didn't have a hand in creating, and you can tell from the way they treat some of these characters, it's just there's no heart in it. They don't have any loyalty to do the characters any kind of service. So
it's just sad.
It is sad. Comic Zach gets sad a little bit of the times.
It's sad a lot of the time. And Melania
I read this earlier.
I mean, Senator Todd deserves to die. Well, I didn't say Todd. I said Todd.
We disavow Todd. We don't know who he is. Todd. T-A-A.
I don't really know Senator Todd.
I don't either.
What do you don't?
Just in case
I'm a puppet. What's your excuse?
In case there is a Todd, we disavow. We don't think any human being senator or puppet senator named Todd deserves to die. We don't know any. So Senator Todd, T-A-A, the big blue ugly Twi'lek that you kind of catch glimpses of in the prequel trilogy.
The only exception is if their name is Todd.
His first name is Todd. Senator Todd. So if you were leaving his office for a visit, would you say "Ta-ta, Senator Ta"?
Shoot!
What if Crosshair is thinking that as he shoots, it's like "ta-ta, ta"?
Ta-ta! Oh, gosh, no! Oh no! Okay. I can speak
good.
now.
That was good.
Mortal Kombat is asking, looking forward to the Star Wars Vision show. Are you looking forward to it, or are you asking if we are? The question mark makes me very confused.
I think he's asking if we are. I'm curious about it for sure. It's Puppetine. I don't know if you ever saw. They had back when Batman Begins was still new, they had like this little anthology of short films, animated short films connected to Nolan's Batman. This kind of seems very similar to that. It's a bunch of little short stories. It looks like. I like Star Wars, and I think anime is a really good art form or a really good medium to have Star Wars in. So I'm kind of curious about it. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested, and it's going to be after Bad Batch, so we might need something to fill the gap. We won't have to do it at this ungodly hour, at least.
Thank God. I'm just kidding.
Marania's saying, "Oh, Ta still deserves to die." Yes. There's no yeesh. It's just take away that one E, or actually just take away the H, so that way it's yes. Indeed.
Yes. He got fat off of the exploitation of his own people. So yeah, he kind of does.
Let him die. But Tillium saying, so have they got any puppet representation in the Bad Batch? They have a bunch of pale bald guys.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, the clones all have the inhibitor chip. I mean, aren't they all puppets of the Emperor, really?
They got those removed.
No, not the Batch, like the other ones. Like all the other normal clones.
Oh.
Crosshair. Crosshair would be puppet representation. Just saying.
That's kind of insulting.
You do the accent so well. I didn't think you would mind the comparison.
You know what? That's a very good point.
I'm gonna have to ask.
Save this voice for other uses.
I'm gonna have to teach Lord of the Rings. Have Lord of the Rings act teach me how to sleep with my eyes open. Now I feel like you might come after me for that.
Gosh.
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Why? Why do I read the chat? Why do I do this? I never laugh as much as I do on this stream.
I think the hour has something to do with it. Stuff is funnier after 2 in the morning.
Yes, Miranya's.
That's not a fact. I just made that up.
I don't know if I can say it. I don't know if I can even say it. Zach.
I'll read it. The real villain of the third movie was Jar Jar. He voted in Palpatine to take over the Senate. And you know what? If George Lucas had wrote it, that Jar Jar was Palpatine's secret apprentice after Darth Maul, I would accept that. Because he could vote him and be like, hey, listen, in the Senate, you need to vote me in and give me more emergency powers. Okie dokie, Emperor. Okie dokie, Sidious.
Actually, if it was written in that Palpatine was simply Darth Jar Jar's apprentice, boom.
The whole time.
Reveal. The whole time.
And if nobody suspected Jar Jar, when the sequel trilogy came along, Jar Jar would be the bad guy instead of Snoke. That would have made the film like 100% more entertaining. You know,
you joke, but actually that would have been better than what we got.
It would have. Who's in this array? What are you? He like sticks out his tongue and steals the lightsaber. That'd be funny. Tahilum is here.
Misa makes Snoke.
Misa created Snoke. Misa created Palpatine. Misa, your grandfather. What?
What?
Gungan has a human granddaughter. What science has gone wrong in Star Wars?
Gosh, no.
Oh, this is like some really bad but really entertaining fan fiction right here. Like there needs to be a short film. Oh my goodness.
I'm about to cry, and I'm a puppet. These are stitched in. They didn't stitch in any tear ducts.
So how can you cry? You don't have tear ducts. Oh my goodness.
Tillium saying, well, Maranya, don't forget how Palpatine used Padme to get him to chance it.
That is true. That is true in episode 1. It's actually if you read the books, I think they say Palpatine is like a real ladies' man, like in his younger, like, which is funny because you hear Sheev Palpatine and you're like, how charming can that guy be? Sounds like a nerd, but he's a charmer. Goes to the opera, the space operas, and wears the fancy clothes. So.
No, he's absolutely Palpatine's great. I do love Palpatine
as a villain. Oh, he's fantastic. Yeah.
But doesn't change the fact that after episode 6, that's where the world just ends.
That's it.
Other than Mandalorian,
his story ends after episode 6, unless if you read there is a series of books where they do clone him. I think it's a better story than what we ended up getting, but.
That's Legends though, so
it's Legends. I mean,
in canon,
it's canon to me, Puppetine.
It's canon to you. Okay.
Canon to
me. I'm sorry. I was busy having my laughing fit a few moments ago. I'm a little delirious at this point. Really just a lot to take in.
There's a lot. How about this, Morania's? Jar Jar is a ladies' man. Yikes.
Should I say it?
Say it.
No, I should say it. I'm going to say it.
Listen to your heart.
Misa wants you to come over.
I'm going to do the right thing here, or I think it's the right thing. I'm going to remind everyone there is a Clone Wars episode where he and this other alien lady do have the hots for each other.
Oh, the bird force.
The bird lady.
Kind of aliens, yes.
The episode where Jar Jar Binks teams up with Mace Windu. I think it's season 6. Yeah, y'all should go give it a watch. I think I broke Puppetine.
I think I am broken. Yeah, I don't know how to. I need the Star Wars F word.
What is the Star Wars F word? It's not frackin'.
No, it's not actually an F. It's like a criff or something like that.
Carabast. Is it Carabast?
No, that's not it.
Because I know they said that a lot in Rebels. There's one too that Cara Dune would say in Mandalorian. I forgot what it was.
Changing the subject to something a little lighter, away from Jar Jar, which is where this conversation has to go. Oh my gosh. Mortal
All
Kombat,
roads lead to Darth Jar Jar.
I can picture Darth Palpatine. Darth Puppetine in a hood with a little red lightsaber. Ooh. And nice. Maybe Zach can dress. Don't dress me.
I'm not gonna dress weird. Him. No, that's really weird. That's
I can dress myself.
Yeah,
I have full functionality of both hands now. I'm unstoppable.
He's evolved. He has both hands that he can move now. You guys don't realize how unsafe this is. Like, I might be attacked tonight. It's like a alien face hugger.
Wah.
No.
Don't worry, you're fine. You're fine. As long as we don't mention Mr. Binks again.
Mr. Binks. No, let's not do that. Although Morania does not want...
I just had a horrible thought in my mind.
Oh, you have to share it with the class now. You brought it up.
The Saving Mr. Banks movie.
Oh, my God. Completely different meaning if you're talking about Star Wars.
Saving Mr. Binks. Oh gosh.
That's what the fan fiction would be called. It'd be called Saving Mr. Binks. And it's about how his human granddaughter Rey saves him from the dark side.
I think that physically hurt me. And I don't even have any pain receptors. I can twist my arm around and feel nothing, but that hurt me.
He doesn't have a heart. He can't feel pain, but this whole concept was enough to give him feeling.
I think this is about it. I think
it is.
We want to thank, if you've made it this far after we broadcasted, even while we're broadcasting, and you're still watching, I worry for your sanity, but I thank you. We are always happy to have you. Yeah, applaud. I'm not. I'm still learning to use this new arm.
Just use your heart. Just feel it. There you go. Just like that. It's just like baby steps. That's it.
Thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching this after, make sure to comment. Let us know what you think about the Bad Batch and our crazy antics, just for good measure. They are certainly something. But we're just going to move right along. One last thank you. Make sure you're subscribed. We want to get to 50. We're going to do a special on here. Special something. Not sure what it is quite yet. It's going to be Muppet related. So puppets on Muppets.
We should get Froggy to come on here and do a Yoda impersonation.
But he doesn't like Star Wars.
Oh, that's right.
That,
Yeah,
that's
there's something wrong with that frog.
yes. You know what it is?
Hmm.
He flies. He never
That's it.
learned how to swim.
Frogs aren't supposed to fly. You're right.
That's it. But you know what? Hopefully we can build up the subscribers, even though he's lacking his swimming ability.
There you go.
Thank you all one last time, and we will see you next time here for the Bad Batch. And so, speaking for Zach and myself, we want to say, may the Force be with you, and bye!
Later, guys.